Hello friends, today in this video I will explain how to create MBC project with entity framework code first approach. So let's start. So first open Visual Studio, and I am using Visual Studio 2022. Inside the Visual Studio, in right side top bottom side showing one option, create a new project. You have to click on this create a new project option. After that, here showing ASP.NET Core Web App Model View Controller, you have to select this one, and after that click on next. And again we have to put here the project name, like my project name is Entity Code First, correct, and MBC. So here we have again one option showing there, next, click on next. So basic project has been created successfully, and you can see that here controller, models, and view, three folders already showing there in this project structure, correct, and also showing here program.cs file as well as showing here app setting.json. Just run this project. So just I run this project running successfully, showing here welcome page. I am closing this project right now and move to the code side. So let's start implementation entity framework part. Okay, so in models you have to right click, have option to add, and showing below side class option. And suppose that I'm putting here one company name of class company, correct. So you can put any name, doesn't matter. Okay, I am putting here name as a company. So inside the company, and I'm trying to define here the property. Okay, so for example, in this company class, I am putting here some property like ID and string, string name, correct. So pro string and address. So here showing warning. So we have to define this string type is nullable or not nullable. So just I am making this string as a nullable, correct. So because same model company, we will generate the table in our database using migration. Okay, so that's why we have to define here it's a nullable or not nullable. And so we are using here id the primary key. So we have to define here key above this uh, id id, correct. So and I want to make this field id as a auto generated. In SQL Server we have used the identity. So similar way, and we have to add here auto generated this id. So we have to add database generated database generated. Okay, before this one, and let's see what suggestion is given there. So using component models, correct. So key database generated and database, let's see what's happening there. Okay, so database generated option dot identity, correct. This information we have to add like that. So model part has been completed. I have defined here the column name as well as, and I make the column in column like id as a key, primary key, and as well as auto increment like identity I have already used. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain here, correct. So next thing, after add the model, and we have to define app setting.json, correct. So I have already add app setting.json in our doc file. for doing this fast. So simply app setting.json file, we will add our database desktop, and this is our server, local server, this one. So for cross verification purpose, and we can check like that here, file connect object. So desktop sv s8v4 hvn slash sa, correct. So in this server showing here database, this one, correct, this database. So in core side we are using ef underscore db database. So let's see, check in database side, just refresh first database, refresh this one. So you can see that here not showing here ef underscore db database, correct. So this is a connection string, whatever connection string we have defined into the app setting.json, and we have add here company context, correct. So all this information we are putting into the company context. So two part is completed, one is a model one, second is a app setting.json part, correct. I hope you understand. So next one is that, and we have to add here one folder more, a new folder, and rename this new folder like context, right? Con context, correct. So inside the context, we have to add one class, like one class, and we'll define company context, correct. So I am adding one class company context, or inside the company context I am pulling implement inherit here db context, con db context, correct. db context. So db context is also, so if db context class is belong to Microsoft Entity Framework core NuGet package. So we have to install this one package first, then we can use this one, correct. I hope you understand. db context, correct. After that we have to create the constructor for this class, like public context, and inside the context we have to define db context option, db context option, correct. Inside the db context option we have to pass here company context, and then we have to define here options, this one, correct. After that we have to add here base like that option, correct. Then we will define like that. So this is a part of the context things, correct. So next thing is that we have to define public public virtual db set and we have already created one model name is that company, correct. So we have to define here company correct. So company, and we have to import company, correct. Similar we have to like that use company. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. So company, and then we have to define here get set like property. Correct? So I hope you understand. Okay. So we have completed here the model part and app setting where we have defined the database string name, database name, all these things. And next we have cancel one, sorry. So we have defined also context class, company context, cancel. And now move to the program.cs side. Okay. So inside the program.cs we have to define here. So before move to here, we have to add manage NuGet package. Click on manage NuGet package, and just one package installed there, and we have to install more packages like SQL. SQL Server, this one, Entity Framework SQL Server we have to install. Correct? And we have to accept. So this part is completed because we are adding here value builder dot service dot add db context. So add db context, and we have to define context class here, and then we have to define option op, op, option option and like that. So context class is company context. Correct? This one. Copy this one and go to the program.cs, and we have to define here. Sorry, undo company context. Correct? And in these things we have to using entity framework like that. Correct? So I hope you understand. So this part is come options, and then we have to use here again options dot use SQL options use SQL SQL server use SQL server, and so we have to identify the code like that. Correct? So next and we have to again put here builder dot configuration dot get connection string. So connection string, whatever connection string we have put into the app setting .json company context. Copy this one and go back program.cs and put here connection string. I hope you understand. So just semicolon, and this part is completed. Correct? So till now I have explained two three things like model part completed. Next define the database consisting into the app setting.json, and next one is that we have defined company context class. This one, after company context class we have defined mapping in program.cs file our database context. Correct? So next thing is that go to the tools and manage manage NuGet package here, and showing here first of the package manager console. Correct. So I have written one query there. So how to add migration? This one, add migration. This one, copy this one, add migration name, context, epic, whatever your context. Correct. So our context is that here, like company context. So copy company context and enter here and just enter. And might not recognize in the terms of, actually I am facing this issue. So for resolving this issue we have to check here, we are missing one package, Microsoft Entity Framework tools. We have to install this package in our via NuGet with the help of the manage NuGet package. Correct. So we have to add this package as well, as then we can add migration. Correct. So just search via tools. Let's see. No, Microsoft Entity Framework tools. So install this one, accept. Okay, let's see. But not installed. Why? So we have to 1 second. Scroll down little bit. This one, this window look like so. Previously we have already installed this one, Entity Framework Core Tools. Entity Framework Core dot tools. And showing here multi or more options to show Microsoft Entity Framework tools. Correct. So click here and again click I accept, and what access here is showing there. So we have to select here 6.02.3 version. Just click and install. Correct. So this one start to installing and click here I accept, and let's see inside the installation side. Tools showing here already. So just click again tools, manage NuGet package again, and console window. So we have to try to execute again this window here on this window. So like that, company context, build started. You can see that here build started. Just I maximize these things. How to maximize? Build succeed. Correct. After that, so you can see that here assembly Microsoft Entity Framework design version this culture publication does not have an implementation fragment in the Microsoft framework. Correct. After that, we have to update data database. Build is started and will succeed. So we are facing some issue here. This one. Microsoft Entity Framework Design Internal Chrome Assembly Entity Framework Design Foreign 6 Culture Wiki does not have any implementation. So okay, so we have to change the version. 1 second, and I am using latest one, for example 7. Okay, it's updating in 7. Just to okay, it's try again. Migration context first. Build started. Build succeed. To undo this action, use remove migration. Okay, so this part has been completed. Now update database. Now I'm executing update database command. Build started. Build succeed. Correct, or command execute. So you can see that here this part has been done. Okay, so move to the database side and not showing any database here. ef underscore db, just refresh this one and we can see that here this one ef underscore db. Correct. So in this db we have generated one table company. So let's see the migration history and this company. Just check the data. Table already generated, right? Let's see data is available or not. Data is not present there. So for dummy purpose, for and for our understanding purpose, just I am checking adding some data here. 1 second. Okay, so I have put one command here. Don't think like that. Control C. Go back. Correct. So we are remove this table name like that, database name of table, insert into company, and I'm just add here 2 3 record. Correct. Test 4, test 6, and NCR. Correct. And Hyderabad. Hyderabad. Okay. Just I'm executing these things. Execute. Okay. Invalid name location. So we are using address. Correct. So we have to replace by address. Okay, so I have execute 3 insert queries. Let's see data in database. Okay, 3 records in there. So I hope you understand, and I have created a migration and update database as well as. Correct. Add migration and update into the database, and I didn't create the database in database side. I create the new database as table with help of the migration using code first approach. I hope you understand. If you think it's something is missing, so you can ping me and comment. So next step. So this part we have completed. Next, and we are adding one controller here. Actually this whatever information is available in our table company, so I want to display in UI in the sense, and we can call like a browser. Correct. Add one controller and one page. So here controller, we will add one controller there. Click on add. Sorry, not class. We will add here one controller. So we have option add controller. Correct. So MBC controller and just add. Okay, they are showing option, and we will put their company controller like that. Correct. So company controller. controller. Okay, so just add, and by default showing here index page, we will add here one page using like add view. So razor view, we have one option, just click on add razor view, and select here model, whatever model we want to map. So I am using here list type. So inside list type we are using here company model, and context I am using this one, company context. So we have to select like that. Okay, after that we have to click add. So installing Microsoft Visual Studio, this packages. So here we can see that here Visual Studio web code generation.code. This NuGet package installing here for scaffolding purpose. Correct. So we have two option to add package. One is using the at the time of the coding. Second option to go to the NuGet package option and there search scaffolding, and then you can add. Showing here a design and try again. Microsoft Visual Studio web.code generation design. So we have to add, cancel this one first. Okay, cancel this one. So manage NuGet and search here code generation. Code generation. So showing that here MVC Microsoft Visual Studio code generation dot dot design, not showing design. So we will use here core one. Correct. Just install, accept. Showing this error. Let's see what happened. Okay, downgrade this version first, 7, and try again. Again click on accept. It's showing also uh, version compatibility issue. So we will add this one. Let's see. So click on accept. So now is finished. Okay. Okay, done. So try again. Go to controller, company controller there. So in company controller index page, we have to add view, and second option razor view. Click add, and again we have to choose a template. Just we required only list types of template, and here option showing company, this one company model, and data context class we are selecting company context. Correct. Just click on add, wait for some time. Let's see. Okay, so HTML auto generated here. So this part is completed. So next one is that. So we are whatever we written from here. So same information display on UI list page. Correct? You hope understand. So I'm creating one company controller as a constructor. I'm just define the constructor public company controller, and like that. It's a constructor I defined, right? So private read only company context. Where is company context? For example, this one. Copy this one please and go to the, actually I want to use here instance of this one, company context and company context. Correct. Same thing I will add here, company context. Correct. So just add here using like that, and whatever value in company side context will define like that. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to here. So I'm getting a constructor of company controller. Inside the company controller, I am initiate the object of the company context class. Actually, company context class defined, we have already the model. Whatever model is generated into database, we are mapping the data there, and just and for that this company context, I am using here where, sorry, not view result, where data, sorry, where data context dot company, correct, whatever models there in context is mapping, so all models showing here company dot to list, correct, to list, like that, correct. So company context to list, and whatever data we receive just pass here return view, correct. I'm adding here one. Okay, so by default, right now check in the program.cs. So by default page running home controller, and just I am modify this one like company, correct, modified by company. Whenever I run this application, that times always and hit on company controller and return company controller page. Let's start run this project. Let's see. So project is running right now. Okay, so project start running. So I have already add here breakpoint. I have already explained it's by default call always company controller, and company controller, correct, inside the company controller, and by default page call index. So index page call here, and just correct. So just hit company contact dot company and check data, and whatever data is present in database, so showing here 0 1 2 3 records, and view data 3 record written on the UI, like that, correct. Go back on UI, so 3 records showing there, test 46, test Noida NCR Hyderabad. So whatever data in our database present, so using the code first approach, generate database by a migration and create table, and showing the data on UI as a list format. And I hope you understand what I'm trying to in this video. So if you have any confusion, any doubt, so please ping me or comment. So I will try to give you answer. Thank you so much watching this video.